Hi, I'm Amy, and today I want to inspire you to decorate your house into a home that you love with this fun stencil project. The stencil project that I'm tackling today is going to be in our powder room. It just needs a little spice in it, so I thought I would add a little stencil to the wall. It should be a fun project to tackle.
Have you ever done this before?
I've never done this before, but I've seen it done. Tried it out on a piece of cardboard. So, cardboard is kind of like walls. We'll see how it goes.
What's the worst thing that can happen?
We'll have to just repaint the bathroom. So for this project, you'll need a few supplies. Make sure you have some acrylic craft paint. I'm going with a little darker gray called pewter gray because our walls are already a light gray, so I thought just a little bit darker to give it a little pop, but not too much color. Some painter's tape to tape your stencil on the wall, a level to keep it all straight, and it's super important to have a flat paintbrush that you can dab into the stencil so it doesn't run out. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of this gray onto my paint holder, fancy paper plate. Grab my brush, dip it lightly in, and then get all the excess off. Because you really want a really dry brush. I don't want it to look real uniform, so that's why I'm going to do a dry brush. I'm going to hang our stencil up. And I already found out that these walls are actually level, which is pretty crazy. Make sure you level them first. So I can go straight up against the ceiling and right up against the edge, and it will be level. If it's not level, then you have to level it with your hand level as you go.
Can't you just use your laser eye?
How's that look? Pretty good?
I just use my laser eye.
Nobody's got the laser eye. The stencil is hung on the wall. As you can see, there's already paint on here because I put it on a cardboard to make sure that I liked the pattern. So I'm going to skip these dots because I didn't like how they turned out, but I'm going to do everything else. So here goes the paint part. Really light, like almost a dry brush. So I'm going to get a little bit of paint back on my brush, and then I'm going to dip it off, and I'm going to go right up to the first corner stencil. A little more paint. When I did that, I did it in the dry part over here because there's still paint in it, not in this big part. And as you can see, it doesn't fill it in all the way. Just a little bit. I want it to look kind of worn out, like it's been up here for a while instead of like, whoa, so bright. First stencil done. So now I'm going to take it off and move it over. The good thing about using acrylic paint, this crafter's paint, is it dries super fast, so you don't have to worry about waiting for hours to move your stencil. Yay! It worked! Stencils have this handy dandy tool on the edge to line your last row up with, so you don't have to try and figure out your spacing between your stencils. There it goes. We're ready. It's going very good. I got to the end of the row and there's still some space and it's a little too much space. So what I did, lined it up again, and then just do that one design in the corner. Kind of have to hold the stencil down. So I'm holding it into the corner.
It's a pretty cool pattern.
Just that.
I mean, it goes big, big, small, big, big. Wait, what happened right here?
Oh no, I missed one. Don't worry.
Is that
back.
like a Where's Waldo? You're looking for the blank?
Yeah, looking for the blanker. I'm looking at the pattern too much.
Kind of makes you go cross-eyed.
Yeah, I think it'll fill it in nicely. We're gonna do that. We'll go. all systems a go. So come on in, let me show you the bathroom. It's all done. It was a really fun, simple project, and it gave it such a warm update. The walls are super high, but it makes it feel a little warmer in here. It was so airy. I took the mirror off because I'm gonna get a new one, and I don't know what size it will be. So I just did it all behind the mirror. And then on the edges, the stencil stopped right here with these big ones, and it just kind of left this space blank, and it looked kind of funny. So I just did 2 of the little leaves or the little dots of this one into the corner. And then I did it over here to match because also it had this big space. So it kind of flows around the wall a little better. So around the toilet paper holder, I had just had these little things and they look like ears. So I added a few more little leaves around it to make it look like the stencil was halfway-ish there. I hope this inspires you to do something fun in your house to make it look more like a home. The stencil was about $42, but you can find them for under $20. And the paint was 50 cents. The brush is probably about $3 depending on what store you get it at. So it's a pretty simple project, inexpensive, and it adds a lot to a room. Three toe.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Whoa!
It's fine, sis. Don't try to catch me.
What is happening back there?
Got through it. Kind of had a deep sigh there.
Gotta clean my fake plant.